Hello, you are listening to the application guidance that has been pre-recorded specifically for the 2025 Nebraska Affordable Housing Trust Fund's Technical Assistance Application Cycle. Thank you for taking time to review this guidance. And this guidance should not replace a thorough review of the 2025 application guidelines found on the Trust Fund's webpage. And applicants are encouraged to schedule a meeting with their housing program representative to discuss their project during the application cycle. Getting started with the full application. First, be sure you have submitted a pre-application as it is a requirement. Next, review the resources available under Training and Workshops. This section is on the Trust Fund webpage. The slide decks titled Getting Started and one on open office hours from March 6th are available for review, and they will cover topics that will not be repeated in this recorded presentation. This presentation should not be a substitute for reviewing the 2025 application guidelines. On this slide, you see a clip from the Trust Fund webpage. There are 4 blue boxes containing the links to the applications. If you have already completed a pre-application, you will be familiar with entering AmpliFund, the grant management system that is used to complete an application. If you wish to download a copy of the full application, you can do so by clicking the Apply Now, and before logging into AmpliFund, click on the Download button, and you will have a PDF copy of the complete application to review. Every applicant should be using the 2025 application guidelines when completing an application. You may click on the table of contents on any section or page number in order to be taken directly to that section. You can also use Control F to search for terms. Section 7 is dedicated to the technical assistance application. Therefore, anyone submitting for a technical assistance award should review Section 7. The project description summary will provide reviewers with a snapshot view of the proposed project. Strive to give a clear understanding of the project scope, and it is recommended to address each of the bullet points shown here and also shown in Section 7 of the application guidelines to create a strong project description summary. Refer to this list when completing the organization description summary. This is an opportunity to explain the unique aspects of the applicant organization, the ability to carry out the proposed project, and why Trust Fund is needed to accomplish the project's objectives. A technical assistance application will ask you to provide performance plan goals. Each goal name should clearly align with an eligible activity that has been selected for your application. Each goal will also include an estimated cost for completing it. Each goal will give a description and a listing of the funding sources. Each goal will describe the typical expenses related to the goal that an applicant is requesting Trust Fund to support. Please refer to the list of eligible activities that are covered in Section 7 of the application guidelines and the corresponding typical expenses with each. This will help you to fill out the performance plan goals within the application. Here is an example of a performance goal written to address the activity of staff training and education. The department may choose to award only some of the goals requested, or the department may suggest additional goals for completing the objectives of the proposed project. Space is provided for 7 goals. The applicant may complete as many goals as needed to address the project activities that have been selected. Keep the goals concise, measurable, and aligned with the activities that an applicant has requested funding for. The department wants to provide technical assistance awards to projects that will ultimately increase a nonprofit's capacity to make an impact on affordable housing development in their service area. It is also important to the department that Trust Fund dollars are spent in support of quality projects and qualified organizations that have demonstrated an ability to be successful or have laid a solid foundation with community support to grow. Questions on this slide are found within the application. Answers in this section should not repeat information that is already provided in the organization description summary. Try to give specific examples and concise answers to demonstrate capacity or a desire to grow, and to demonstrate how an organization has a solid plan for using trust funds to support the activities and ultimately assist the organization in growing their capacity to develop affordable housing. An applicant is asked to describe their organization's policies and processes for internal controls and financial management. This can be a general summary of the staff roles, the chain of authority, and the responsibilities related to financial management. Some examples of financial management policies are listed here on this slide, as well as some examples of internal controls. The applicant will also be asked to upload the following financial documentation: the most recent balance sheet and an income and expense statement of the recent fiscal year. These financials should be board approved or approved by the authorized individual. A technical assistance application does not require a commitment of cash match or other funding sources in order to receive a technical assistance award. However, offering cash match or using other funding sources in your project may be taken into consideration as one factor out of many considered during the review of the application. If the performance plan goals have listed sources in addition to the trust fund request, the applicant will need to show this amount as either a cash match commitment or as other sources of funding within the appropriate sections of the application. If cash match is being committed, the 2025 cash match documentation form must be downloaded from the trust fund's webpage, completed on applicant letterhead, and signed by the authorized individual named in the application. This form must be uploaded to the application. The applicant is encouraged to pause this presentation and read through these bullet points on the slide, as well as review the section pertaining to cash match and other funding sources in the application guidelines. The state's main objective for distributing trust fund resources is to invest funds in quality projects and programs that help eligible applicants leverage private financing to create permanent, energy-efficient, and affordable housing that addresses local needs. State resources are limited, and there is an increasing demand for trust fund award distribution. The applicant's ability to follow application instructions and to articulate the project's impact on housing supply will reflect favorably during the application evaluation phase. This slide includes some additional tips for creating an exceptional application. In general, applications that have implemented the tips shown on this slide has stood out in all areas of the application review process. Mark your calendars for May 22nd at 5 o'clock Central Time, as this is the due date for the applications. Please do not wait until the last day to submit, just in case you would have any technical difficulties. No applications will be accepted after 5 o'clock Central Time on May 22nd. Also, you can stay informed about the 2025 Trust Fund application cycle by joining the department's mailing list. At the bottom of every web page, there is a link where you can join the mailing list and specifically request trust fund emails. This concludes the pre-recorded guidance for the Technical Assistance Full Application for the 2025 Nebraska Affordable Housing Trust Fund cycle. If you have any questions, please reach out to your housing program representative. Thank you for taking time to listen to this guidance, and we wish you the very best as you begin your process of submitting for the 2025 application cycle.